Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Well, hello everybody, Flying Scorpion here. And on the forums, I saw this post here. Somebody was blown away that you can use the operator to kill enemies. And they said, no frame? I want to know how you fight a Sortie Eximus with the operator after this update. That's the Angels of Zariman 3.12, whatever, 31.5, whatever update. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, I want to know how you fight a Sortie Eximus with an operator after this update. Can you post a video on how that's done and post your operator loadout? And I thought, all right, I'll make a video about this. So, we've got two good choices. I've done this already once. I tested it out with Madurai. Madurai's good. Madurai does massive damage with Void Strike. You can get like an extra 1,000% more damage. But the problem with Void Strike is that it has a 40-second cooldown. So you are basically like a one-pump chump. You do massive, massive damage, and then you're on cooldown for a while. So this time I'm going to try it with Inaru. Now Inaru has Inaru Wisp, which gives you 100% increased damage without a cooldown. Okay, so it's not as much damage, but there's no cooldown on it. It also has 100% armor strip and 100% shield strip. So for Steel Path, where enemies have a 250% multiplier to their armor, and I think their shields as well, this is really strong. This would be really good on Steel Path. Let's talk about equipment. For the amp, previously I was using the 777 amp, but instead I am going to use a 744 amp. Now, the difference between the 777 and the 744 is that the 777 has massive burst crit damage, but it is all close range. A 744 has a good amount of crit, not as much crit, but it has the option of either long range or close range. You can switch back and forth. And you'll see here that I have more energy capacity, 20 points more, and 15 points more on the recharge rate at the cost of 20% critical strike chance. So from 58% down to 38%. I'm going to go ahead and take the hit on the critical strike chance. And the reason I'm going to do that is because all the stats you see here are before the waybounds are taken into account. And the waybounds are these special nodes that are active no matter what void or whatever focus school you're in. So in this case, you have your operator energy is increased by 90% and your operator energy regeneration rate is increased by 90%. That is active whether I'm playing with Zeneric as my active school or not. I'll be playing as Inaru. And there's really only one school that has waybounds that affect your amps, and that's Madurai. And Madurai's effects are 40% increase to total capacity and 60% increase to regeneration rate. So wouldn't it make sense to increase the base amount of energy capacity and energy recharge rate so that this 60% and 40% have more effect, give you a better bonus, right? I mean, that's my thinking behind it. That's why I did that. In the Madurai Focus School, you have this power transfer. And when you switch back and forth between Warframe and Operator, you get 100% increased amp critical damage for 20%, for 20 seconds. In my opinion, switching back and forth between Operator and Warframe violates the challenge rule for this, which is just Operator only. So I'm not going to be switching back and forth between Operator and Warframe. I'm just going to be playing as the Operator from the beginning and trying to stay in Operator, hopefully without getting downed for the entire mission. I think I've explained enough. So let's talk about the setup here. When you're playing as Operator, your pet will follow you. And so I'm going to use this Vulpaphyla, and the reason I'm using it is because it can proc Viral on enemies, and from my understanding, Viral's damage multiplier works on the overguard on Eximus units. So that's actually going to be very helpful for increasing our damage to Eximus units. As you can see, my Vulpaphyla has 16,000 hit points, and the reason it has so many hit points is because I'm playing as an Aros with a whole bunch of life and armor mods. So there you go. That's it. We're not going to actually play as an Aros, we're just going to use an Aros to spawn us into the mission. And it just so happens that for the next hour and a half, there's an Eximus Eximus Stronghold Sortie with Exterminate, a very basic game mode, the perfect game mode to demonstrate exactly what this person was talking about. Can you kill Sortie level Eximus units? Well, sure you can. I know you can. You can finish this mission with the operator only, and I will demonstrate that to you now. So we're going to go in, and I'm going to go find myself some Eximus units. We're going to pop this, we're going to pop that, we're going to dash, and we're going to start tearing into these guys. There goes one. There's another one. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Look how fast we just ripped through those enemies. Operator only, Sortie level Eximus. Overguard OP, right? Everyone's saying overguard is overpowered and that the amps are useless on the overguard. I don't know. I'm not having too many problems with it. I do agree that improvements can be made, but oh, that's bad. But I don't think it's... I'm okay with the longer time to kill. Personally, I'm okay with the longer time to kill. I don't think it's bad. My biggest issue is that they're immune to crowd control. That's my biggest issue. What did I get knocked back by? It's actually hitting pretty hard. Did I talk about my Arcanes? No, I didn't. So the Arcanes that I'm using is the one that gives you more health. So that's Magus Vigor, if I recall correctly. That's why I have 1600 hit points at the top. And Magus Replenish, I think? Magus Rejuvenate? Can't remember what it's called. It's the one that makes it so that you heal yourself whenever you Void Dash. This guy's really tanky.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
This amp is totally worth it. This is the way to go, for sure. Get wrecked. I'm going to stop there. I think that's good enough. All right, so I'm going to leave the mission. I think I've made it very clear and obvious that you can kill Sortie level Eximus units. I wasn't having a particularly difficult time there. You just keep doing that, and there you go. You finish the mission. I'll go back to the operator. We're going to show the Arcanes. Again, Magus Replenish, not even max rank. On Void Sling, you heal yourself for 25%. Magus Vigor, so you get plus 300 bonus health. So why use Magus Vigor rather than Magus Husk, which gives you armor? Well, the reason is, again, due to the waybounds. If you look at the one that affects your health, your survivability, this gives you a 200% increase to your operator health, so having a flat 300 health on top of that gets scaled up by an extra 600. And there's nothing else in here that increases your armor aside from this. I don't think this actually gives you armor. It's just here. Plus 200 armor flat. Yeah, that's it. The last one is Virtuous Strike, which is on the Arcane that's on my amp. Good enough. I think I would honestly rather have this thing maxed out. On operator ability, 60% damage to amps for 8 seconds. I'd rather have that, but I don't have it maxed out anyway. So, yeah. All right, well, there you go, everybody. I'm Flying Scorpion. This is an operator-only Eximus kill Sortie demonstration, and I think that might help people like Young Gun out and maybe others. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.